Hi, and welcome back to It Figures, and this is my second part of the Walking Dead figures, because it's coming on tonight, and I can't wait. I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. The second figure in the line that just came out is Michonne. And Michonne is number 2 of 8. Let's go ahead and open Michonne and take a closer look at her. Michonne is one of my favorite characters on the show. And as soon as I saw this figure, of course, I had to pick it up. Once again, this is the mid-size figure of the McFarlane series. You have the smaller ones, and then you have the 18-inch version ones, and these are the mid-size ones. And I have not owned a Michonne figure before. This is my first one. So first, the face sculpt. I mean, come on. This is as good as it gets. Unlike Rick, they nailed Michonne. I mean, that is the actress. And no matter which position you put her in, it's still Michonne. Just a phenomenal face sculpt here. I love the pose they put her in. You know, this is a person that you do not want to mess with. So as for paint here, again, just really good. Except for this right here. I mean, obviously, this is either her blood or blood from something else that's splattered on her, but it should be a little darker, I think, or it could be that it's just dried on her shirt. But either way, it just seems like a color that's a little off. However, her vest looks fantastic. All the way around, you can just see the dirt and the grime on it, and the folds in the fabric are fabulous. Again, not just her face is great with the sculpt, but her entire body. And the way she's holding her katana is fantastic. Her belt has some paint on it, and the texture of her pants are really well done too. Of course, the accessory she comes with is the sword itself, and I think you could probably remove it from her hands, but then she would look really weird just standing there without the sword. The blade is very flexible. It's not a hard plastic. And just like Rick, she comes with a really nice stand. I really kind of wish that they would have put her name on it. The only other accessory she comes with is a holder for her katana. The paint on this is really odd. I don't know if it looks like that in the show, but it's just a very bizarre paint job on that. And speaking of more paint, check out her headband. That's just really amazing that they could put that much detail in it. You can't really put the holder on her anywhere because you would have to take the sword out of her hands and sort of put it over her shoulder, so I guess you can just lay it on the stand. Now, she does have some articulation, but again, this is pretty much a statue in this pose, so you don't really want to move it that much. Her shoulders move, and her head moves a little bit, and her waist moves a little bit, but again, you don't really want to move this figure, because it's made to look like this. Alright, so let's bring up the old Figometer and see how Michonne stacks up. Overall, it's a fantastic sculpt and a fantastic pose. Her likeness is dead on. I mean, that could be just Michonne shrunken down. If you showed somebody a picture of this, they would probably have a hard time identifying this as a figure and not the real person. It's that good. Overall paint is also really good, except for the paint here, or the stain. I mean, I can forgive that because it could probably, like I said, be an old stain on her shirt, but still, it just seems a little odd. And they did put articulation in this, but it's pretty much useless because you don't really want to move the figure. So overall paint, I would give a 4 out of 5. Articulation, I'm not even going to score it because, like I said, there is some, but you don't want to move the figure. Overall sculpt is an absolute 5 out of 5. I can't wait to see the rest of the figures that McFarlane has in store for The Walking Dead. If they're of this quality, they're going to be mind-blowing. And with both these figures standing next to each other, they look absolutely fantastic. So I hope you liked tonight's It Figures. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel to see more It Figures from Horror Month and more horror movies this month, all October long. And I will see you next time.